Hello everyone, very good evening. My name is Arun Kumar and today again I'm in front of you in continuation with my series of video for Azure certification that is AZ900, that is for Azure fundamentals. And today I'm here with a new topic called define cloud models. This is another topic, another very important concept which I believe that you should know if you want to sit in the examination of AZ900. Okay. So the topic is define cloud models. Define cloud models. So guys, if we talk about like what actually cloud models is, so I have already written here that cloud models define the deployment types of cloud resources. Okay, it defines the deployment type of cloud resources. The first, there are two things here. That is, the first is the deployment type, and another thing is cloud resources. Okay, let's talk about first of all this cloud resources. Okay, so again, this cloud resources can be broken down into two terms. That is, one is resources and another one is cloud. Okay, so resources may be any storage service, like suppose we have data lake or Azure SQL database that is present over Azure cloud platform. Okay, so if any such kind of resources like storage service like Azure Data Lake Zen 2 or Azure SQL database is deployed over cloud, it means is present in cloud. It means though if those services can be accessed through internet, okay, if those services can be accessed through internet rather than those services are present in my laptop, if we are able to access those those resources through internet, okay, through internet, then we call that as cloud resources. Okay, then we call that as cloud resources. Now the cloud models has been the cloud models has been divided into three parts, that is called as private, public, and hybrid, based on the deployment of these cloud resources, like how these cloud resources has been deployed. Okay, so based on that, the cloud models has been defined into three parts. One is private, another one is public, and third one is hybrid. Okay, let's just start our discussion with this public cloud. If we talk about the public cloud, then if I take some of the examples like Microsoft Azure or AWS or GCP, all these comes under the public cloud platform. Okay, so what happens, as I have already discussed in my previous videos, that we only pay for what we use in these kind of cloud platforms that whose name just I took, like Azure, AWS, or GCP. Okay, we only pay for what we use. Okay, suppose we need any storage location to store our data, or you can say data lake, so we pay only for what amount of data we are storing there. So that's why here it is writing no capital expenditure to scale up. Suppose right now I am storing 100 GB of data, so I'll be paying for storing 100 GB of data only. Tomorrow I am storing 1000 GB of data, so I'll be paying for 1000 GB of data. Okay, so easily I am scaling up. Okay, easily I am scaling up. Hence, I don't require any capital expenditure. Okay, like if I had to store 100 GB of data in my laptop, I can easily store because my laptop has 512 GB of hard drive. Now, if I want to store 1000 GB of data, I cannot store in my laptop. If I want to store, I will have to buy a new hard drive and attach to my laptop, and and I will have to buy a new hard drive of 500 GB more, and then 512 plus 500 becomes 112. Not 500 exactly, it is 512, so it becomes 1024 GB. So now my laptop has 124 GB of space. So uh, now I can store 1000 GB of data in my laptop. So for that, what I did, I had to buy a separate hardware, like a separate hard drive of 512 GB of space, and I had to attach that to my laptop. So here what I did capital expenditure, right? But in case of public cloud, if you are using AWS or Azure, okay, we are not paying anything as capital expenditure. We are paying only for what we use. Like Just explained, if I am storing 100 GB of data, I am paying only for that, for storing 100 GB of data. If I am storing 1000 GB of data, I am paying for storing 1000 GB of data. We can easily scale up. We don't need to buy any hardware component. It means we don't need to do any kind of capital expenditure. Okay, now let's talk about application can be quickly, let's talk about another point. Application can be quickly provisioned and deprovisioned. Okay, it means we can quickly provision our resources, or you can say services. There are services in cloud platform, like you can think of a separate software as a separate service. Okay, so you can think like this. I'm just trying to make you explain. Okay, so applications can be quickly provisioned and quickly deprovisioned. It means applications can, we can easily, if we need any storage account, so we can easily provision Azure Data Lake Gen 2 or Azure Blob Storage or Azure Databricks or Azure Web App, and we can use that till the time we want, and then after my usage is complete, we can easily deprovision that. It means we can, I mean, we can easily decommission that. Okay, and here it is writing organization pay only for what they use. This point already I have discussed. Okay, and the another important point is organization don't have control over resources and security. Like, since the cloud provider is provisioning the resources, that's why the organizations don't have control over those resources, right? Since Microsoft is provisioning those resources or Amazon is provisioning those resources, so those control remain at the cloud provider side rather than our side. So these were few of the points related to that public cloud. Now let's come to this private cloud. Okay, so what does this private cloud means? Okay, so private cloud means, let me, so in private cloud what actually happens? Okay, uh, private cloud, what happens actually, companies make their own data center. Okay, companies make their own data center. It means all their servers are present in this data center. Okay, or all their servers are present in this data center. If companies are able to provide these data centers, okay, over internet, okay, over internet, if I can access the resources that are present in this data center over internet, then we can say that this is a private cloud, and this is limited to uses of that particular company only. Okay, this is limited to uses of that particular company only. Like TCS has their data center. Okay, if TCS has their data center in which TCS has kept multiple servers. Okay, TCS has kept multiple servers. If TCS is able to uh, provide the softwares that are present in these servers, or the storage locations that are present in these servers over internet, okay, over internet, then we can say that TCS has private cloud. Okay, TCS has private cloud. Okay, so what happened now? TCS has complete control over this data center, right? TCS has complete control over this data center, and that's why, since these data center are, the resources of these data centers are provided over internet, so of course TCS has complete control over this whole thing, and that's why in private cloud, companies have whole control over the data centers. Okay, that's what here it has been written in points. Let me read it in front of you. Okay, organizations have complete control over resources and security. It means since this is in the company's premises, I mean company's location. Okay, this is not located at a very far location. Like these public clouds are located at very far location, like at the cloud provider's location. Okay, so companies don't have complete control, but in case of private cloud, companies have complete control over resources. Okay, because these data centers are present at the location of, I mean, where that particular company want. Okay, data is not co-located with other organization data. Okay, since this is public cloud, so many company may use this public cloud. Okay, Like there are two companies X and Y. Okay, so both of these companies may take subscription of this public cloud, and their data may be present in the same data center. It may be possible, right? In the same data center, the data of two companies are present. But in case of private cloud, okay, the data of different organizations are not co-located, not located at the same place, right? Because this is specific to one company, right? A company has built private cloud for its own uses, not for others' uses. That's why that is not co-located. Okay. And hardware must be purchased for startup and maintenance, like for setting up these data centers, of course, and for setting up these servers, of course, companies need to buy hardware components, computers, and all other things, all other stuffs. Okay. Now, of course, these are the servers. Okay, these are the servers. Now, of course, continuous maintenance needs to be done on these servers to make these servers keep these servers up and running, right? Continuous cooling needs to be done because the place where servers are present, there is a lot of heat generated, and of course, a lot of software patches needs to be updated on these servers. So these all becomes the responsibility of that particular organization whose data center is this, okay? Whose data center is this? So that's why here it is writing organization are responsible for hardware maintenance and updates. Now let's talk about hybrid cloud, and let me tell you in short that hybrid cloud is a mix of public cloud and private cloud, okay? Hybrid cloud is a mix of public cloud and private cloud, okay? Hybrid cloud is a mix of public cloud and private cloud, okay? it means it means it means in hybrid cloud, I mean, many organizations use hybrid cloud. It means they have they are using public cloud as well as private cloud. It means they have their own data centers, okay? they have they have their own data centers. Let me write here, they have their own data centers, as well as they're using some of the public cloud platforms like Azure, AWS, or GCP. Okay, they have their own data center, as well as they're using some of the public cloud platforms like Azure, AWS, and GCP. Let me read few of the points which I have written. Okay, it provides most flexibility. What kind of flexibility? It provides flexibility to organization that where they want to run their application, either on public cloud or on their own data center, that is called that is in their private private cloud platform. Okay, so it provides flexibility. Okay, and here also organization controls security, compliance, and legal requirement. Like organizations control the security, right? Like suppose if any country has very much highly secure data, like there is data of intelligence. Of course, a country cannot store that data, that intelligence data, in any other country, right? In any other country. That needs to be stored in our country only, okay? And then that cannot be stored at any location in our country. That needs to be stored at a very safe location so that that data cannot be theft or cannot be stolen, right? So that needs to be kept at a very safe place, okay? So what they can do, they can store their data in their private cloud, okay? And those data that are not sensitive, that can be stored in this public cloud, okay? So that's why here it is writing organization controls security, compliance, and legal requirement. All those things can be controlled by organizations using this hybrid cloud. So these were the three main cloud models that I wanted to bring in front of you. Apart from this, we have few more models, okay? Like this is a multi-cloud model, okay? You can say this is the fourth cloud model, okay? This is fourth cloud model, okay? This is fourth cloud model, and here in this multi-cloud model, what a company does, a company uses cloud platforms provided by multiple cloud providers like Azure, AWS, and GCP. Let me write it here. Okay. A company use multiple cloud platforms like Azure, AWS, and GCP. Okay. AWS and GCP. A company use multiple cloud platforms like Azure, AWS, and GCP. If any company is using multiple cloud platform, then we can say that that company is using multi-cloud. Okay, that company is using multi-cloud. Let me just give me 1 minute and let me put my laptop in charge because otherwise it will shut down. Okay, so I had to put my laptop in charge, otherwise it would have been shut down. Okay, okay. So these were few of the major cloud models. Apart from this, I want to bring two more topics in front of you. And one topic is Azure Arc, and another one is Azure VMware Solution. Okay, Azure Arc is something that helps companies to manage their cloud environments. Okay, here I am writing that Azure Arc is a set of technologies that help manage your cloud environment. Okay, it helps to manage cloud environment. Okay, what do I mean by this? Like suppose a company uses multiple cloud platforms, right? Like AWS, Azure, GCP, or any private cloud platform. So for managing all those cloud platforms, there are different console. So for managing all those services, okay, all those external services apart from Azure services, okay, we have something called Azure Arc. This service is used for the management of cloud environment, okay, for the management of cloud environment, okay, that are not part of Azure. Now let's talk about Azure VMware solution. This is another term that I want to bring in front of you. Okay. So as we all know that VMware provides solution. I mean, it provides virtual machines. So if we have virtual machines in our private network, we can easily migrate that to public network or public cloud or hybrid cloud. Okay. So that kind of flexibility this VMware gives to us. Okay. So these two were two other important topics, this Azure Arc and Azure VMware solution that I wanted to highlight in front of you. Apart from this, these three are the main three cloud models, and this is also one of the burning, I mean, one of the you can say uh, one of one of the key term that is increasing in the field of cloud models. So I hope that you like this video. Okay, please keep on learning these concepts. Stay tuned with me, stay connected with me because I am teaching all these things to make you clear AZ 900 certification for Azure fundamentals. If you really liked my video, do like, share, and if you want to convey anything to me, do comment in my video. I will reply back to you. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay connected. Take care.